Okay, let's do this again. You may notice that in last part, our money was at 1025, and right now we have 1020. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Last time I forgot to save, so I had to redo 1 hour and a half of gameplay. Yeah, how awesome is that, right? Anyway, let's just move on. Yeah. Exercise, and down. Okay. I head into the library and duck into the TV room. Thankfully, very few people actually show up here in the summer. The TV is all mine. I flip the TV open and the screen lights up just in time to display a clip from one of Adam's old concerts.
Up next, we interview a young artist who's had a meteoric rise to fame in the past year. Please welcome Adam Eden.
The audience bursts into applause and I find myself cheering softly for Adam as he walks onto the set.
Adam, it's so good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for asking me on.
Adam smiles back at the host, but I can sense a bit of hesitation in his voice.
Now, your new album, Island Heart, just came out.
Adam nods.
Yes.
And it's really different from your first one.
Yeah, so I don't know how many of you know this, but I'm originally from Hawaii. But this past year, I've been going to college in Steel City.
A few members of the audience cheer.
It's been kind of a rough transition for me, you know? So I wound up writing a lot of music about home and adjusting to a new life and stuff.
That's really exciting. Of course, I bought the album on day one, and I was amazed at how different some of it was. What is it like moving to the big city? What caught you off guard about it?
Wow, so much, you know? I know this is probably gonna sound silly, but it was my first time seeing a mall with 2 floors. I think everyone I worked with was like, oh, here comes that island boy again. Actually, my first month here, this photographer nicknamed me Palm Tree.
The host glances at Adam's hair and bursts out laughing.
Palm tree? That's perfect!
Yeah, everyone else thought so too.
So we all know you're from Hawaii, but are you Hawaiian?
Only half. The other half is Japanese.
But Eden doesn't sound Japanese or Hawaiian.
Yeah, my grandfather's family name was Ito, but back in the plantation days, a lot of guys westernized their names.
Well, I think Ito is a lovely name.
Thanks. Although I'm not sure I can take any credit for it.
Will you write any songs that delve more into your family history?
I don't know. Maybe you'll see it on my next album. But you'll have to get this one first.
The host turns to the audience and holds up a copy of Adam's CD.
Island Heart is out in stores now. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break with the star of Moonlight Avenger.
I turn off the TV just as my phone starts ringing. Hey there, good job on the interview.
You really think so? I was so nervous.
Don't worry, I don't think anyone will be able to tell.
Oh, that's good. I didn't do too badly, did I?
Not at all, I think you were great.
Oh, good. Well, I wish I could talk longer, but they're dragging me off to sign things.
I understand.
Later.
Do your best. Before we begin filming, Lloyd steps up and waves his hand.
Attention everyone, I have an important announcement. John and I have heard from the network, and unfortunately, they will not be renewing Vice Versus for a second season.
Boo!
What? Seriously? Those idiots don't know a good thing when they see one.
Such is life.
We'll still be recording until August, so let's all do our best until then. You guys are an amazing crew, and we've made an amazing show, and we're going to keep making an amazing show until our very last day. There will be a few rewrites for the ending, but for now, we'll be filming as usual. And when we're done, we can all go home and polish our Best TV Drama Awards.
The crew head off to get ready, leaving me to collect my thoughts. I already knew that this was an unstable industry. I've seen it happen to Mom all the time. But even knowing that ahead of time, being cancelled really stings. Still, Lloyd's speech seems to encourage everyone. Everyone else is already hard at work. Okay. And what about John? Is he leaving us? Or not? We still haven't spoken to him. Hello?
Good afternoon, little wizard. I'm planning to partake of the lovely gift you purchased for me a while back. But I thought it would be better to share it with you. I don't suppose you have a kitchen I could utilize.
There is a kitchen on campus I can use. I think the baking club is done with it for now.
Excellent. Shall we convene there?
Sure. See you there.
Huh, not bad. This place seems decently well equipped for a student kitchen.
John empties out a bag of ingredients on the counter, among them the truffles I bought for him. Oh, that's what you meant.
I've been excited to try these, but work has kept me until now.
John begins fiddling with the dial on the stove.
Have you made risotto before?
Not at all. It sounds difficult.
It's involved, but not overly complicated. I've prepped most of the ingredients, but I'm counting on you to help me with this.
John pours some broth into a pan.
Keep an eye on that. We want it warm, but not hot. I don't suppose there's an apron around here.
Just that one. I nod at the apron hanging on the hook on the wall.
Works for me.
John throws the apron over his head and steps up to the stove. Pink apron for the win!
We'll start with the sofrito.
I pull out a plastic container labeled sofrito. They look like onions.
That's because they are, mostly.
John tosses the onions into the pot along with a decent-sized chunk of butter. Then why not call them mostly onions? John winks at me and affects an Italian accent.
Because food tastes better if you speak Italian.
Naturally. John stirs the mostly onions slowly for a few minutes.
All right, hand me the rice.
John pours the rice into the pot and continues his careful stirring.
We cook this just long enough to toast it.
You mean tostatura?
You gave me grief for sofrito, but insist on saying tostatura?
What, I'm not allowed to make a little trouble?
I thought you said you never made risotto.
I haven't, but my dad loves watching cooking shows.
All right then, smart girl. Some people say the next step is optional. Can you tell me what it is?
Wine, and it is not optional.
I see your father is watching good cooking shows.
Nothing but the best. I measure out some white wine for John and hand it to him. Oh, the broth on the stove has started to simmer. I immediately turn the heat down.
Nice save.
As soon as the broth cools, John begins to ladle it slowly onto the rice. It smells amazing.
Better than those cooking shows, yes?
Much better. John continues to stir the risotto slowly, and I continue to do my best not to drool all over it.
Nearly finished.
John adds a bit of butter and cheese to the risotto.
Go grab some bowls.
I bring John two bowls, and he immediately dishes out the risotto and garnishes it with the truffles I got him. He peels his apron off and grabs a spoon.
Try this.
He holds up a spoonful of risotto. As I lean in, he does the same and blows gently on the hot risotto. I can feel his breath against my lips. You tease.
Taste it. I promise it's delicious.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I take a bite of the risotto and savor the texture and flavors. This is really incredible, thank you.
It's my pleasure. I hope that I'll be able to cook many more things for you in the future.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I look forward to our culinary adventures together.
But you are leaving. You are leaving, Sean. What? We've won what? A year ago, you participated in a survey at Steel City Mall. Your name has been drawn for a prize of 2 tickets to Steel City Renaissance Fair. We have a limited number of prizes available, so please respond immediately to confirm your email address. Yeah, I want to go there. Yeah. Okay. Vice versa. Whoa, latest episode was intense. All the evidence seems to be stacking up against Katerina. There's no way she killed Vice. Maybe Ryan did it? Whoa, good idea. He's been acting really on edge this whole time. Those casual tank tops at the Divide are amazing. I love mine. Me too. Okay, so let's go out then.
Hello?
Yep.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Let's go to the Cafe Diem. No, I don't have any cupcakes for him. Let's go like this.
Greetings, my lady.
Hello.
Excellent. I thought I might leave that.
Let's go with the scones and some tea.
And I hope you don't mind if I order for 2. Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, exercise it too. As soon as Lloyd calls break, I pull John aside. Oh, what's up? Hey, can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Why didn't you tell me you might be moving for a new role?
That information was confidential.
But Lloyd knew.
He's my business partner. I had to tell him so he could plan for the future.
And I don't have to plan for the future.
I didn't think our relationship was predicated on where I work.
It's not, but that doesn't mean it won't change things. This is important. What am I supposed to do?
That's up to you, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Come on, John. You should have told her. What kind of relationship is this? He doesn't tell nothing to Sean about what he's going to do or anything. Jesus. Let's go to Phil. Some soup. My tickets for the Renaissance Fair arrived today.
Hello?
John, I just won a pair of tickets to the local Renaissance Fair. Let's go.
As you wish, milady. I shall pick you up shortly.
Now you pick me up. When it was the Golden Television Awards, I had to ride the bus. Okay. Can we go with the Renaissance dress? Let me try. Yeah, we can. Awesome. The fair is already filled with people by the time we arrive. I instinctively move closer to John. He takes my hand and gives it a reassuring squeeze.
I'm here.
We move quickly through the grounds, John striding confidently across the grassy path. People seem to part to make way for him. At the far end of the fair, a crowd is gathering around a fenced-off area. John places a hand on the shoulder of one of the onlookers.
What's happening here, mate?
Night competition!
John coughs and tries to hide his expression.
Night. Of course.
John and his night problems.
There's a tag team competition if the 2 of you want to enter. One of you has to do archery, and the other does sword fighting.
Is there a prize?
First place is a $200 gift card to the Divide. Second place is a 5-course meal at a gourmet restaurant.
John and I glance at each other.
Second place?
Second place.
I think I remember some sword work from the old days.
Well, I can handle the archery part. I head to the targets and approach a man standing over a selection of bows. Where do I sign up? The man hands me a bow.
Right here! Land an arrow in the center of that target and your team will move on to the next round. Whoever wins the sword fight wins the prize.
No problem. I notch an arrow on the bow and draw. The first shot lands in the furthest ring of the target. Oof, I'm kind of rusty at this. From the looks of it, most other people are too. However, one of the archers at the far end has already landed his arrow in the center of the target. I notch another arrow and let it fly. This one lands in the bullseye, neatly beside his. I glance over at him and he smiles. He looks impressed. John immediately steps between us. Oh.
Nice aim, little wizard. I'll take it from here.
John picks up a sword and gives it a few practice swings.
Shall we?
John removes his glasses, loosens his tie, and steps into the ring. As soon as he does, a murmur ripples through the audience. Nice CG. Really nice CG. That guy... Okay, I need to do the girl's voice. That guy looks just like Knight.
I think it is Knight.
The people in the crowd are whispering amongst themselves, but John ignores them and faces his opponent. The swordsman on the other side of the ring also blocks out the sound of the crowd. He races toward John and the two of them lock swords. The blades clash against each other, each opponent searching for a weak spot. John's opponent attempts to execute a fancy maneuver, but he loses his balance and tumbles to the side. Acting on reflex, John twists his sword and quickly disarms his opponent. The other swordsman bows his head in defeat and the crowd erupts into a cheer.
Knight is the coolest!
Let me be your lady! John quickly exits the ring and ducks behind a nearby tent away from the cheering audience. The other team archer greets his friends and the two of them bump fists.
5-course dinner!
Miss Gooden, I do believe we've been duped.
John appears at my side, glasses back in place. I can't believe we lost the battle for second place by getting first place. The man who handed me my bow approaches us with a form in his hand.
Congratulations! Might I get your contact details so we can send you your prize?
I fill out the form while he stares at John.
You wouldn't happen to be John Brandon, would you?
Oh. The man has dropped his announcer voice and he sounds a lot more like a Giddy fan. John affects a heavy southern accent.
You know, I sure do get a lot of folks saying that, but I don't got the darndest clue who y'all are talking about.
I swear, you two look identical. You should try cosplaying Knight someday.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
I hand the man the form and he hurries off to collect the information from the second place team. As soon as he's out of earshot, I turn to John. Y'all? He shrugs.
It worked, didn't it?
Yeah, but I doubt even that will last long. We'd better get out of here before word gets out.
I couldn't agree more.
Okay, that was a nice moment. Renaissance Fair. John Brennan was at the fair. Alert, alert. John Brennan was totally at the fair. He won the night battle with some girl. What? Seriously? Ah! I am so upset that I couldn't go this year. So that was him. I thought he looked familiar. I swear it was like watching a live episode of Knight Errant. That was seriously the coolest thing ever. No, now you're making me even more envious. Okay, so people did recognize him. Okay. Vice versus. What did you guys think of the new episode? I did not see that coming. Vice is alive? I can't believe he set up Katerina as a murderer just to mess with her. We probably should have guessed that. They wouldn't kill him off so easily. But how did he fake the DNA evidence? Okay, so let's go out.
Hello? I
Yay.
suppose it
Let's go to the arcade. Let's play some games. Okay.
Excellent choice of
Yeah, I know. Road Racing
What?
Warriors. Okay. Keeping our routine.
Good afternoon, Sean. I have something I think you'd like to see.
Selena spreads out a newspaper article on the counter.
I've been keeping in contact with Allison's parents to see how she's been. They just sent me this.
I pick up the newspaper and read the headline. Local actors launches theater program for children with special needs. Allison did this?
Keep reading.
I skim through the article until I come across a quote from Allison. I've spent most of my life hiding who I am, but a recent talk with a friend made me realize I don't have to be ashamed. Acting is my passion, and I want other kids to be able to experience that same passion without fear of judgment. It's a difficult road, and I would be able to do this without my friends and family, but if I can help others the way my friends have helped me, then it's worth it.
The article goes on to talk about some of the trials she's gone through, along with all the support she's gotten from the community.
This is really incredible. I can't believe she managed to do all of this in so little time.
Allison is a remarkable young woman. I look forward to seeing what else she does.
If it's okay, can I hang on to this article?
Of course. I thought you might want to.
Okay, so that was a nice ending for Allison. Yeah. I also believe we are getting to the finale of this game. Since Vice Versus has been cancelled and John is leaving and everything. Yeah, I think we are getting to the finale.
Hey there, stranger.
Well, howdy. I haven't seen you around these parts before.
Guess you'll just have to show me around, huh?
Sorry, you're on your own.
Cold.
I never claimed to be a nice person. But in all seriousness, welcome back. It's been weird without you around. Want to stop by the coffee shop? Drinks are on me.
Sounds like a blast.
Alright, con of coffee with cream and 3 sugars. You still take it like that, right?
Always will.
So, how did it go?
Pretty good, actually. The crowds were even bigger than last year, if you can believe that.
Oh, I believe it. Those palm fronds are coming out in full force.
Palm fronds. Are the fans really calling themselves that?
I think it's kind of cute.
Well, if you like it, then I guess it's okay. And what about you?
Oh, things have been pretty normal. Well, as normal as they can be. Vice Versus didn't get renewed. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next.
What? But I thought everyone loved it.
I did too, but the viewing numbers are lower than the network ones. The first season is the last.
I'm really sorry.
I'm more worried about John and Lloyd. They seem really upset by this.
Makes sense. I'm sure things will work out, though. Both of them are good at what they do.
I hope so.
Anyway, I feel like a jerk for cutting our reunion short, but I need sleep. Bad.
I understand. I'm glad you came to see me before going to sleep.
Of course I came to see you. It's been way too long since we saw each other. But not even coffee can save me. I'm heading back.
No problem. See you later. Okay. Nothing new. Vice Versus. The penultimate episode. Why is the season almost over? Vice really did have a mole? How many times are the writers going to mess with us? At least that explains how the DNA evidence got switched. I don't know if my heart can handle the wait for the finale. Right. Going out again.
I suppose it.
Cafe Diem. Yeah. No. Okay.
Greetings, my lady. Excellent choice. I thought I might.
Okay, let's go with the salad this time.
And you That's as good a reason. Always a pleasure.
Okay. So exercise, and jam. No cutscenes this time? Okay, so it seems there's no cutscenes this week. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Vice versus. Let's see. Okay, go down. Yeah. Oh. Season finale. Ah, Katarina. Ah, Vice Y. Ah, Ryan. Oh. The worst part is that this was the last episode ever. What? No, why? I can't read this. Network didn't renew it. They never keep my favorite shows and okay. Okay. Going out again.
Hello?
Hi John, I was wondering if you want to go somewhere
I suppose it couldn't
today. Cafe Diem. No cupcakes.
Greetings, my lady. Excellent. I thought I might.
Scones.
And I hope you don't mind. Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so exercise, 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 exercise. Work. Exercise. And work. And exercise. And work. Yeah. I'm not getting much of my blog right now. I only earn $1 in ad revenue. Okay, I don't care. Give me a cutscene, please. I want a cutscene. Okay, it seems there's no cutscenes this week either. Right.
Greetings, my lady. Now that summer is drawing to a close, I was wondering if you'd do me the honor of a beach trip.
Oh. Sounds like fun. Wow, this place is lovely. I can't believe we are the only ones here.
This particular portion belongs to a mate of mine.
Ooh. Of course.
Although I confess I brought you here for somewhat selfish reasons.
John hands me a gift bag. A swimsuit?
I didn't think you'd want to wear a swimming costume in front of a million strangers. But since we're alone, I hope you don't mind.
I give John a teasing smile. Well, since it's you, I guess I'm okay with it. I'll be right back. Oh, it's purple. So, what do you think? John lays out a towel and smiles.
Would you like me to apply your sun cream?
It's okay, I don't want to be a bother. John sighs.
Sean, I'm trying to cleverly ask permission to touch your body.
Oh. I feel my face heat up. Oh, right, then yes, please. John takes his time, moving his hands slowly down my body. I shiver as his fingers gloss over me gently.
You're still not accustomed to this.
This is still very new for me. He laughs and stands up.
In your own time, then. Ready to swim?
I race past John and charge into the ocean. Always. John follows me, but I plunge into deeper water before he can catch up. I take a breath and dive under the surface. As I see him approach, I spring from the water.
Oi!
John stumbles back startled. I giggle and splash water in this direction. I didn't realize you scare so easily.
I didn't realize you were such a troublemaker.
He reaches for me, but with a few quick kicks, I maneuver out of his grasp. You can outswim an island girl.
Is that a challenge?
John swims towards me, moving quickly through the water with each stroke of his arms. He managed to wrap his fingers around my hand, but I pull my hand away before he can solidify his grasp. Ooh, close one. John chases me, and again I evade his reach. We continue the game of tag until both of us are worn out. I bob back to the shore and lie down on the towel. John stumbles after me and places a hand on my shoulder.
There!
He looks triumphant. I smile. Took you long enough?
You're faster than I gave you credit for.
I shut my eyes and relax. The sun has warmed the towel and it feels nice against my skin. Listening to the sound of the waves is so soothing, it's like a song. I suddenly realize that the waves are lapping against my legs. What? Oh, this is nice. Sunset on the beach? Ooh. I'll jolt awake at the sight of the setting sun and the tide coming in.
Easy there.
John places a comforting hand on my shoulder. What happened? How long was I asleep?
All that swimming must have tired you out more than you thought. You fell asleep the instant your head touched the ground.
And you didn't wake me? What if the tide came in and drowned me?
If it came to it, I'd offer resuscitation.
Oh. John Brandon, you can just kiss a girl before disappearing on her. John coughs and stares out at the ocean.
Concerning that,
Yes?
this past year, I left home to find myself, and I found so much more. I found a talented young man with an amazing voice. I found an old friendship rekindled. I found that acting really is my passion.
He turns his gaze to me.
And I found an amazing woman whom I love more than acting itself.
I find myself speechless at his confession.
I turned down the role for the new series.
Yay, so he's staying with us, but Sean is going to probably feel guilty about this. But I thought you wanted.
I want to act. I always will, but more than that, I want to be near you. I hope you feel the same way.
I do, but what about your career? I can take that away from you. Yeah.
You take nothing from me and add everything. I have a career here too. Besides, you have your school and your mates and your work. You'd have a lot more to lose if I asked you to come with me.
John leans forward and runs his thumb slowly against my lower lip.
I love you, and if you'll have me, I want to stay with you.
My heart is beating wildly, and it's all I can do to whisper a response. I love you too. I clear my throat and lean forward. So, about that mouth-to-mouth you promised? John kisses me gentle once, then again more passionately. As our lips interlock, I feel his hand run down my back. He leans over me and lowers his body onto mine. Cake by the ocean! The ocean waves wash over our bodies. The cold water sends a sudden shiver up my spine, but John's warmth quickly melts away the cold. I don't know what the future holds for us, but in this moment, I know that we'll be able to face it together. Oh, okay. that was the end? There's nothing more? Okay. Let's see then the credits. I would love to see some sort of animation for the end of the route, but it seems there's nothing. So I'm waiting for another cutscene. I hope there's another cutscene by the end of the credits. Anyway, I gotta say, this was the first time I played through an otome game, and yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a bit repetitive for my taste, but there were some nice moments. Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice game. Okay, cutscene. The door opens slowly, and John enters with an overdramatic groan. Long day at work?
Aren't they all?
I finished early in the shop today. The mold is setting now. Might need your help getting it out in the morning.
Just call and I'll be there.
John sits himself on the couch and picks up a large envelope set on the table beside him.
What's this?
A courier just dropped it off. I think it's a script for an upcoming movie someone wants you to be in.
Have you looked at it?
You know I wouldn't. John motions to the space beside him.
Shall we?
I sit beside him and he immediately turns on his back to rest his head on my lap. Comfortable? He grins up at me.
When am I not?
Well, there was that one time you asked my mom for lemon and milk in your tea. John laughs and pulls the script from the envelope, pausing to weigh the thickness of the pages.
I confess, I probably should have guessed from the teapot that you meant Chinese and not English.
I'm sure she'll forgive you eventually. John opens the script and scans the first page.
Intriguing.
I lean forward. What is it?
Oh, now you're curious.
He flips the page over to show me the cover. A remake of Pygmalion? I grin and poke John's cheek. You'd be a brilliant professor.
Who says I'm the professor? What if they want me to play Eliza?
I'd watch that too.
I don't even know if I'll say yes yet.
Then hurry up and read it.
As you wish, milady.
John reads the script to himself quietly, pausing occasionally to flip to a previous page. I lean back in the couch and allow myself to shut my eyes and enjoy this brief moment together. The two of us have both stayed busy with work, but that makes our time together even more precious. In the garage, a mold for a prosthetic makeup piece is drying, waiting for my attention tomorrow. The calendar states that John has another early call time for a movie he's working on. But for now, it's just the two of us. Yay! Okay, so this was John's route. As for the remaining routes, I won't be doing. I know there are 16 different endings. And so I really don't feel like doing all of this more 15 times. Yeah. I'm sure you can find all the routes online if you'd like to see them. But yeah, this was a nice game. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So, yeah. All that remains to say for me is thank you for watching. I hope you like it. And bye.